delicious, wonderful, wonderful, numberful coach. Yes, you. I am so glad you're here watching this. And these are videos. I'm Ben Dooley, MCC coach. You know this because you're watching this, and I'm here to help you and your coaching grow. Help you be a more powerful, solid, grounded coach whatever level you're at. I'm here to help you, and that's also how to help you show up more powerfully but more confidently with you and your clients. And today I wanted to talk with you about kind of where is our power. That's a big one. And this comes from talking with my clients, which are coaches just like you, and these topics come up, and my brain goes, this might be something that other coaches like you would really benefit from. So, um, so you're going to probably, as I walk you through this, you're going to probably, my hope is that you're going to kind of hear two different levels of this conversation. One is you, the coach, which I'll get to, and the other is, oh yeah, this also shows up for your clients. So it's looking at where do we hold our power. And when we talk about power, we're not talking about power over. We're talking about you and your power of. So and actually this is how to break this down. So typically when we are feeling frustrated and overwhelmed or lost or scared or defensive or stuck or something, it's also an absence or a depletion of power. We don't feel power, and we're pulling ourselves into a survival mode where we have to protect ourselves, we have to defend. This is where we start to try to manufacture power over others or over a situation or circumstance, which, oh, I hope you know, doesn't work. It just doesn't work. When we try to have power over someone or something, that's like trying to prevent the rain from flooding your house or trying to, or anything with the weather. You can't have power over the weather. You can protect yourself against the weather. You can all this stuff. And when we talk about the workplace, when we talk about other people, we try to have power over other people. We try to have power over those circumstances and situations and environments. We're trying to control things that we can't control. And that is where we fall into the trap of the power over something. Now, power of. Power over is let's just really clear. Let's delineate this. Power over is me over against something outside of you. Something outside of you. Now, in a coaching context, how do I get clients? How do I have the power to get somebody to say yes and hire me? Power over. How do I get my client to understand this and to get that? You can see how this shows up in the coaching world, right? It's how do I control or create my environment to suit me? And how do I dominate? How do I control? Where is my power over something? Now, you probably already hear where I'm going with this, so stay with me. Let's go. Power over is everything outside of you, your environment, the other people involved, circumstances, situation, the laws of nature, the forces of the universe, blah, blah, blah. Now there's power of, and that's inside, that's you. And you hold tremendous power. Now, power, what is that power? You have the power to change your thoughts. I know you think certain ways. You have patterns of thought and habits of thought, and you have fearful thoughts, and you have wonderful thoughts, and open flowing thoughts, and closed shut down thoughts, and creating thoughts and protecting thoughts. But you ultimately you can choose what you want to think about. Don't believe me? It's very simple. For a moment, just think about what you like about this so far, about what I'm telling you. Just think for a minute about what you like. And you can choose like what you like about what I'm talking about. Okay, now I want you to pick something in the background that you like or don't like. You don't like about my background, or that you do. Kind of interesting, kind of appealing, kind of curious, kind of frustrating and distracting. Why is it in the background? It kind of looks this, it kind of looks that. Okay, now think about somebody that you love. I know you love somebody, whether it's somebody in your life or somebody who's not around anymore, or somebody that you know, but you just have an affection for, whatever it is. Okay, now think about this thing that the clients do. Oh, it just drives you nuts when these clients do this. Oh, remember that? Remember that time when but you know what? Now think about that what you love about coaching. Mm, what do you love about coaching? Because I know you love something about it. Notice, now I'm just making suggestions. I'm not making you. You can decide whether or not you want to think these things, or just like, yeah, Ben, get to the point. Could you hurry? Move along. But if you did choose my suggestions, notice I don't have power over you. I'm not making you think these things. I'm offering suggestions. You are deciding whether or not you want to think it and what to think. You can change your thoughts just that quickly. Absolutely. You hold amazing power to change your thoughts. And I know sometimes it feels like you can't or that you don't, but you actually do. That's just an ingrained habit, or that's just a part of you that's gotten activated that says, no, you can only think this way, but you actually can change. Same is true with your emotions. Don't believe me? I'm not going to walk you through the same exercise, but remember a time when you were really angry at somebody, and then something happened, and you suddenly realized, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be mad at you. Or you were really, really upset. Your heart was broken. You're so sad, but then somebody said something happened, something this, something that. You just started laughing. Oh my God, this is so silly. We change our emotions. Again, I know it feels sometimes like you can't and that you don't have any power, but you really do. It's just in that moment. It just feels like you don't have that power, but you really have that power. You have that power to create and change and shift and express your emotions. And you can choose whether or not to let your emotions out or to keep it inside. You can choose your body. You have full choice of your body. You have full power over your body. Now, granted, there are some limitations that we have physically, but even then, you still have choice. Do you move? Do you do this? Do you take action? Do you take action? Your body is this physical thing here, but it also is about what will you do? You can choose what actions to take. You can choose to stand up or sit down. Right now, choose. Do you stand up? Do you sit down? Do you lie down? Do you lean forward? Do you lean back? Do you just settle in your chair? Do you sit up straight? You get to choose. And so much of this is just automatic unconscious. We don't even know. You get to choose your spirit. Who is here? Now, in coaching world, okay, it's that saboteur. It's that powerful inner being, your future self, your leader within, your wise sage, your Holy Spirit, your magnificent you. You get to choose which you is here. You get to choose which role you want to possess and be in. Do I get to be a loving husband? Do I get to be a dedicated, hardworking coach? Do I get to be an open listener? Do I get to be just a good friend? Do I get to be selfish? Do I get to be, protective? Do I get to be small? Do I get to be big? You can choose who you want to be. I know that's coaching jargon, but it's still true. You're you, your essence, your mode, your spirit. That's all you. You have absolute power over that. And by the way, when I say absolute, I'm not messing around. I mean, nobody else has any call on that. Now, other people may try to influence that. They may try to challenge you and make you think a certain way and make you feel a certain way and make your body do and act a certain way and make you show up a certain way. But that's only if you're willing to play the game. It's only if you're willing to play the game. I mean, an easy way to test this is like when you watch a movie. It's a sad, heartbreaking movie. You can decide if you want to be affected by it, or if you want to just like, it's a sad movie. Good, just die already. Ugh. Or an action movie. You can choose to get into it, and you can be a part of it, and the energy and the adrenaline pumping and all of that. Or you can just choose to go, oh, hopefully you get out of that burning building and you leap across the chasm and grab onto the helicopter in time. It's all you. You get to choose. Nobody. The outside world can make suggestions, so to speak. Sometimes they will try to force it, but the bottom line is nobody actually has control over you and your power of how you think, feel, and believe and show up powerfully, and your body. Nobody has control over that and power over that except you. You have power of you. And you get to put that into your world everywhere you go. Now, I'd say this to you, the coach, and I know you do this with your clients. So this is where, when you're working with your clients, help get that clear distinction. What are they trying? Because here's the natural trap that we fall into. We forget about our personal power, right? And we try to have power over the other things. How do I make them do this? And how do I stop this from happening? And how do I do the thing in the outside world? And how do I make the outside world according to me? And you can't. You can encourage, you can make suggestions, you can create an environment that moves in that direction, hopefully, and sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. And the world is going to do what the world's going to do, and you get to have an impact on it, but you don't get to make it your way. I get it. There's a little bit of a paradox here because you have an impact in everything that you do. And sometimes the world will actually adjust to what you have asked of it. And that includes others. And sometimes it won't. You don't have the power over. You have the power to influence and bring you to the world. And when you bring yourself to the world, that's where you do have impact and influence. You don't have control, but you have influence. Now, the question is, do you influence from a low side, a small side, a side of fear, hate, panic, whatever it is, or do you integrate and engage with your powerful self? And who gets to choose? Yes, you. So I hope this has helped. I hope this has inspired. You get to choose how you want to show up, how you want to feel. So the next time you start to, simple, ugh, This client is driving me crazy. How many times have you had that? Guess what? Client isn't driving you anywhere. Client is just simply being client. You get to choose whether or not you're going crazy. Client is not difficult. Client is not a problem. Client is not doing it wrong. Client is just simply being client. You get to decide if you get frustrated, angry, irritated, stuck, empty. You get to decide if you are stopping coaching because it's not how it's working for you. And you get to decide how you want to feel about this client. You get to choose. Because I'll tell you, it's a much better place to really own this power of who you truly are. When those things occur that are in alignment, it feels so much better. And when those things occur and the clients occur and situations occur that are not in alignment with how you want it to be, it's okay. You can choose. You may have an instant, automatic, visceral reaction to get pissed, frustrated, scared, angry, sad, whatever it is. That's your first reaction. We can't always control that because it's just so visceral. It's so instantaneous, but you can always, always, always have power of the second moment. Wow, I got angry. Do you choose to stay angry or do you choose to let it go? Wow, I just thought of this. Do you choose to keep thinking it or do you choose to think something else? Always up to you. All right. I hope this has helped and inspired. I hope that you choose to come back for more because there's a lot more. And and by the way, you are an amazing, powerful, brilliant, incredible, masterful coach. That is you. That is your power. Not because I say so, but because you choose it to be. And I'll see you on a next time. And until then, I wish you amazing, beautiful, and powerful coaching. Bye.